Yeah, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Zai. You already know what time it is, man. But let me get to what I want to talk about, man. Shout out to Too Grimy for radio, Too Grimy for TV, man. Shout out to Too Grimy, period. You already know, man. For the cats that really rock with me, I'm going to rock with you solid. For the homie Riz, hope you healed up. Hope you out the hospital doing your thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And back to getting that money, because I already know you with the hustle. You know what I'm saying? But y'all saw this. Let me just get into what I want to talk about. Before that, man, shout out to the homies for Southern Park. You already know what time it is. Oh, and the homies from you know what I'm saying? You already know. Polluted. Man, I gotta get at him. I need a new shirt. But besides that, man, look, dude, I'm gonna tell you, dog, LA has always been one of those spots where you're pretty much guilty by association, and a lot of it is determined by where you live at and who you know and who you've interacted with. And so that's an understanding. Anybody that comes from the city or in the surrounding counties pretty much know, or those who are from LA County but not Los Angeles as in the city. People know the difference that live here, so we won't go into that. But people pretty much know, like, that's pretty much how it's determined on where you're from. And a lot of fools have ended up in certain neighborhoods just due to that fact. Where you grew up. Oh, where you live at? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, upside your head. Like, it's just what it is. Now, the thing that I find kind of difficult as somebody that actually bangs, like, there's no guilty by association when you are from somewhere. And the whole reason I brought this up is because I was listening to a song, and it was that fool Treyway, and Treyway is one of those youngsters that he's been controversial since he came out, really disrespectful, really on his ops heads, and just really putting it out there that he just really with that function. And fools know him, so it's understandable that fools may be upset, like when you listen to certain songs. Now, the whole reason I'm saying this is because I did a TikTok, and it wasn't one of them TikToks I'm on there dancing, like, you know what I mean? It's nothing like that. But this song is like really popular, dude, and people are on the dude that created the hook. They've been on his head, like with the whole guilty by association. Now, that's fine and dandy. He said, like, you know, he grew up in the 50s, so he knows, and he got family from over there. So, but he's not a part of that. Dude is on his business, and people are still making it guilty by association. A lot of times people are just upset at the fact that something is popping like it is and hate on the fact. So they just figure, okay, I get you out the way because, you know, for having anything to do with the project. Now, I'm not here to get on here and defend him. Don't take this video for that, ¿sabes? But the whole reason I brought it up is because, like I said, I did this TikTok and I got all types of fools on me. Like, I had a homie come on there, Chalice, don't care. Like, I don't, like, to be honest, and this is to you, like, I don't give where you from, dog. Like, whatever your issue is with these vodkas had nothing to do with blacks, dog. Like, my vodka is not your vodka and your vodka is not mine. Like, we do things a lot different. I don't inherit fools beef just because you bang the South. And to be honest, I don't even know you if you're from the South, because you said LA to Las Vegas to Los Angeles, so I don't really know if you're a homie or not. Maybe you're just not feeling it, period. But I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and I'm gonna bunt what I want, you know what I mean, and accept all consequences if there be any. Now, the whole reason the whole guilty by association, because fools that hear you listen to the song and automatically like I get it, dog. Like, it upsets a lot of people. Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't play the part where it started being disrespectful towards certain people's neighborhoods and cars, because that wasn't my intention. My intentions were to just show you that I like the song and the fact that it's going hard on TikTok. All his songs, there are a lot of people bumping his songs, and he's busted. And I made the little thing because, like, you know, working in the 50s and Fig, like, I'm right there. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not ironic, but it's crazy to know that, you know, somebody that's causing as much uproar as he, and you're basically in his hood. Not his hood, because he's way over there, but you see what I'm saying? Like, you're still in a spot where these fools are, this is where they from. You know, you got the Troubles down there, you got the Five Deuces, and then, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, so you're pretty much there in the thick of it. I see all types of crazy stuff all the time because I work around there. I work there, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but for cats to just automatically lump me into something because I'm I'm listening to a song, like first you gotta figure out who I am. It's double S on mine. It's always gonna be that. So I'm not no Crip, no Blood, no Crim, no nothing, no old, no gangster, no nothing. I'm a Southern Park, and I'm an old head, and it's double S. Like I don't. So I pretty much could do and what I want. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm gonna be pulling through the neighborhoods and bumping that song, because it would be disrespectful. Like I could do it, but at what cost? It's like unnecessarily issues over anything. But I'm gonna tell you, I like the song. It is what it is. Like I'm sure there's other songs that people like that I might not necessarily like, but it is what it is. The whole thing is the whole guilty by association. But these streets are just they're treacherous, dog. Like it's like, I remember when I used to be banging the hell out of Pyru Love, like, and fools could say what they want, yeah, all blood, like whatever. No, I used to bang Pyru Love because it was something that I not only grew up around, I could understand it. It was hard, like, you know what I'm saying? Like even off the first album, dude, Pyru Love killed everything. People say what they want, dude. The B side and the P side won, dog. Like it is what it is. They won, dog. They killed it. Not to say the other side didn't have like some slappers, but this killed when Pyru Love dropped. You know what I'm saying? Like when they dropped, dude, they killed everything. Homies was bumping it. Like they had a homie from Bakoima. This fool, not from the Pyrus, but he was a homie. This fool had I think he had not a cherry red. He had like a burgundy Grand National on some. He didn't have it on they were either gold Dayton's or Road Stars. I think they were Road Stars. Bumping. He ended up selling it to somebody. I don't even know if he sold it to somebody from 2Ps. I think he sold it to a Pyru in LA. I think neighbor Pyru or something. Anyways, it banged. So, but when people heard you bumping that, I mean, I get it, because the way I look, cats could automatically assume. But for the most part, most people already know where I'm from. There's people that be like, hey, I seen you on Instagram, or I saw your YouTube channel. Oh, I seen that song, fool, that was hard. So it's like, and then they go tell people and other people, and then people will come by and be like, hey, fool, the homie told me you're around here. Hey, you know, yo soy blah, 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 mucho gusto. Like, you know, and I send my saludos back. And it's one of those like, hey, I didn't know we had a homie that was famous right here, even though I ain't famous. But you know what I'm saying? Like, and then, you know, it's for the most part, everything's been copacetic. It's been good. But the music, man, is crazy. That's why I made this video, because it's crazy, dude. Like, when you think about it, it's so easy to be guilty by association. So, you know, just off one song. And I'm telling you, it's nuts, because you really can't do nothing in the city without facing some type of backlash. And the whole reason, I'm gonna tell you, the whole reason I made this video, because at the end of the day, dog, a lot of fools assume just because you either do a song with somebody, you bumping somebody's song, you're automatically aligned with them. That's why I had told a homie before, be careful what you say. There's no alignment when you're a double S if you're not aligning with a double S. We don't align with Chris, we don't align with Bloods. Like, being cool and being your homeboy ain't got nothing to do with alignment. I know dudes from the jungles, I know fools from BPS, I know fools from neighborhood Pyru, I know fools from Bloodstone 40 Pyrus, I know fools from Villains, you know what I'm saying? I know Chris from Form, dog. I know Chris from like everywhere, dog. Like, and Bloods. Do enough time in juvenile hall, you run across all types of them. Some of them you were going heads up with when you were in juvenile hall, and then you got older, or after a while, you know, chunking them, you know, you get your certain respect. That's how it was for me in juvie. Like, there's a lot of fools. I've went head up with some Bloods, I went head up with a lot of Crips, but it was like the Bloods is like, I don't know, it's always been like, want to test your squabbles. Only like maybe one or two, it was like a hate thing because what I represent, but for the most part, it's like, hey, you know, they want to see, like, you talk a good one, let me see what you're working with. Bam. So we go head up, and, you know, may the best man win. And it was on from there. The fools be like, oh, Blood is straight, like, he with the business, okay. And it was like, oh yeah, the homie told me. And then plus I knew a gang of fools, so, and I had ready, so it was one of those. The Crips, you know, they always turned up, so they always want to fight. Like, it never took them long to want to fight. They just want to fight the fight. Like, I used to be, hey, no lie, like I used to run into so many Chris and go head up. I used to be hot, like damn, like I had less time to go heads up with my enemies because I was going heads up with them. Like it like really running up in my room and everything. Like it just fools trying to take my shoes and everything when they go and try and catch them in Central, beat them up, and then you got fools that they have multiple homeboys, especially these hoods that are big. That's, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because certain issues like that started in juvenile hall, like with other fools I know, them are their enemies now. Me, I never took it that personal. I just like, hey, you know, they didn't like me. That was all it was it. But yeah, the whole guilty by association, dog. It's like LA is like that, dog. And I just want to dispel that myth that just because you do a song with somebody, you shouldn't be lumped in the same cold as them. Like it's like I was telling the homie I want to do one with Jap, and I hit Jap up to see if I could get one in with him. He told me how much it cost. He got busted, so I wasn't able to do it. The homie couldn't do it because who he deals with, but it's like I told him, look, that has nothing to do with me. Like if it's not a Southside beef and you know, and we're squad, I had nothing to do with that. Like that's your homeboys that have beef with them. So, you know, there's nothing I can really, I'm not gonna mess up my bag because, you know, it is what it is. Like I don't bring politics into that. Now if it was a North or, you know, somebody else that we just are arch enemies with, then that's different. But like Bloods and Crips, like we not, my vodka don't beef with none of them. So it's like, why would I care? You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. It's about the almighty dollar in the end, and it's not compromising because it's not like I'm gonna do a song with somebody that's not good. If these fools are riders from on the street and they got a good name, that you want to do songs with reputable cats. So, but even then, cats like, oh well, you know, if you do a song with this dude, like you're gonna have problem with the neighbors. Like why? I'm a Southerner, so they ain't got nothing to this. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't got nothing to do with me. Like cats could take it how they want it, but that had nothing to do with me. But yeah, the whole guilty by association thing is stupid, especially when you're from somewhere. Now I can see you grew up in that neighborhood and you're being seen with these fools and doing certain things, and fools know that you're putting in work with them, but you still just haven't got jumped in. It's pretty much, you know, fools sliding by until they can't slide by no more. I can see that. But for somebody like me that bangs the South, it shouldn't matter which Blood or Crips I do a song with because they're not my enemies. If they're yours, they're yours. But we're not from the same neighborhood. We don't inherit each other's beef. Prison is different. When it's war, it's war. We got to do what we got to do. And it still ain't nothing personal. It's just something we got to do. We don't have no natural black gangs that are enemies. Like we've had some that we've went head up with, but that was just whatever. We have family from there and everything. So it's deaded. Like we don't trip on it. But yeah, that's the whole reason I want to bring it up, because I there's a lot of cats that now follow my page that are enemies of these dudes, and I'm guessing they're just watching to see what I say next. So I want to dispel that myth before dudes end up taking it somewhere they don't have to. No, I'm not from Hoover. You know what I'm saying? There's no crib on mine. I know some, but that's them. I'm from Solon Park, as you can see on the shirt, and it's double S. And yeah, and I'm gonna do songs and collab with who I want, as long as they solid and they really with the business. And plus, I'm an old head. Like, even though there's some cats over there, they be pressing old heads. I see it. It's sad, but it is what it is. That's not my problem. You know what I mean? I'm there to work. Ain't there to make friends, but I ain't disrespect nobody either. With that being said, I'm your boy Zod, and this is just one of those videos that say just because you deal with people or you may whatever, don't mean you're from there, especially if you're from somewhere. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm your boy Zod, I'm out.